Hey guys, so we've all met puppies or dogs that are as sweet as can be, but get a little possessive when they're around their food bowl. That's a behavior we call resource guarding. And so right now I'm going to do the food bowl exercises with Bella. We're going to demonstrate them. And it's one of the things you can do to help your puppy grow up to be comfortable with people coming around their food bowl. So I'm going to do several exercises back to back. Ideally, you do not do that. You practice one thing at a time. So you put your, so you're going to do one or two of these things and then let your dog finish their meal. And then the next meal, you're going to do one or two of these things and so on. Now, I will also take a moment to say that variety is key here. Who's a good girl? Bella, come here. Variety is key. This isn't an exercise you want to do when it's with just you and your family. So let's say it's mom, dad, and 2 kids. You don't want to stop there. You want to get family and friends involved. You want to invite your kids' friends over. These are definitely exercises, though, that you do under parental supervision, because while we are taking the minute out of our day to help our puppy have a really positive association with us around the food bowl, we don't want to teach kids to bother the dog while they're eating. There's a certain amount of respect, but you can make it so that they approach the dog and drop something really tasty. Now, this is where you want to use the good stuff. Think real meat, chicken, cheese, hot dog. I know cheese, I said that, but chicken, hot dog, meatball, steak, lunch meat. Cheese is a good one. I would avoid the veggies for this one. If you absolutely must use something that's been processed for dogs, use like a freeze-dried meat. They're good too. So what I'm going to do is the first exercise, I'm just going to put a roll down and I'm going to start approaching from various directions. Now, again, variety here. Just like with having as many people do this exercise as possible, you want to practice in different locations. So if you go to a friend's house with your puppy, bring their lunch. It's a good time to practice there. Teach them that, just because we're not in the kitchen where your food bowl usually sits, doesn't mean that this, is any different. So I'm going to go get her food dish. We're going to put a little bit of food in it. I'm using a large dish, so hopefully it takes her a second or two longer, and then I'm going to stop by and give her something really good. Sit. So remember, what you're adding to the dish needs to be better than what she's supposed to be eating. Good girl. So I also expect her to be calm and patient around food time in general. So if I lower the dish, I don't want her to immediately dive for it. Nope. See all that leaning? I don't like that leaning. Good girl. Bella, break. So one exercise you want to do is from approaching from different areas. You just toss something good and keep going. Right, so you approach from, she ate that so fast. So you approach from another angle, you drop a piece of food in, and you walk away. You get a handful of food. Even just adding a handful of food. As your puppy finishes up, you add another piece of food. You come over, you pause, hi Bella, you slowly reach down, you add something good. Walk away. You reapproach, you pat, hi Bella, add something good. You do a stroke, add something good. Ready? Sit. Good job. Break. So you want to make sure you're approaching from behind as well. Tap your feet. Walk away. Reach down like you're reaching for something nearby. Here, Bella. Like you're reaching for something nearby, then go ahead and throw food in the dish. The idea is that you're desensitizing her to all these different potential things that could happen that one day could spook her in the future. Bella. Down. Nope. Bella, down. Hi. 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 Down. Good. Bella, break. So, she's never had that happen. I'm going to go ahead and add some more food and walk away. Another good thing to do is just spoon out a little bit of your dog's food at a time. So she gets a little bit. She goes, oh, that's empty. There's nothing in there. So you're going to reach down, grab the empty dish, add some more, make her sit and wait. Break. Let her finish it. Good Good girl. Down, up. Thank you. Add a little bit more. Break. Good girl. You know, and that way she gets used to you touching the dish. As she's really good with that, you're going to take it away while she's still eating from it. Add a handful, big handful, something really spectacular, or some grated cheese on that, and then put it back down. When you are done, so the last time you do an exercise with her, the last one you're going to do, if you want to pick up the food bowl, put it off onto something like this, so that, you know, that's the last thing she does. You grab, while she's eating that, you take away the dish. Or if you're going to leave the dish down, you do a nice big massive handful, and then you walk away. So the last experience she has from each exercise is something really spectacular. And again, don't do all this at one time. You know, do a couple of these, and then let your dog enjoy their meal. Then have somebody else do a couple. If you're going to say, like let's say you're having a party at your house for 4 hours, do this 4 times. So you do this for a few minutes, then you give your puppy the rest of that hour time to run around and play, go in their crate, practice some other really good behaviors, whatever the case is, and do it again. So if that means your dog eats a cup of food a day, you're doing a little bit of food at a time, right? You're going to really break it down. For a bigger dog, it's much easier. She actually eats 3 cups of dry food a day. That makes it super easy to go ahead and distribute it throughout the day. But if she were teeny tiny, you'd have to do like little tiny morsels at a time. Good girl. So think about that and just break it down into smaller and smaller amounts. Who's a good girl? And this will help your dog have a nice association with people approaching and harassing them while they're trying to eat their food. Good job.